3rd Street is the gateway to Bayview Hunters Point. It also connects downtown San Francisco with the neighborhood. With the thoroughfare under heavy construction, it's hard to miss that a change is coming. After voters passed a tax measure to pay for the construction, Muni began building a light rail service along 3rd Street from downtown.
For the longest time, folks have talked about trying to improve 3rd Street, make it a neighborhood-serving commercial corridor, as it apparently used to be back in the 50s and 60s. So that's the hope.
There are competing visions of what should be done in the neighborhood along the new Muni line.
Of donated funds, but I don't see any listing here of any donated funds at all.
Committees like this one, known as the PAC, or the Bayview Hunters Point Project Area Committee, meet regularly and work closely with the redevelopment agency.
People have spoken about a decent restaurant. They have spoken about recreational facilities. They have spoken about shoe repair, shoe services, grocery, all of those kinds of things.
PAC member Reverend Hawkins says there's even more.
They're going to add on to the Opera House, as well as redoing the Joseph Lee Gym. Home Depot is coming. And that's another project which is down on Bayshore.
The final development plan is expected to be completed by the end of 2004, subject to approval by the San Francisco Board of Supervisors.
You know, the government bears watching, because they're nothing but a bunch of people that want power and money, and they kind of go together. And the rest of us are just counting for it, as long as we let them get away with it.
This sentiment stems from memories of redevelopment of the Fillmore that displaced so many blacks. But Cheryl Towns, who's lived in Bayview for 27 years, says this time it will be different.
No, we will not do that, and that is not something to be fearful of at this point in time. In the 60s, it happened in San Francisco. But that was urban renewal, so to speak, which is a different animal than what redevelopment is today.
Even with the distrust of the agency, most residents, especially homeowners, favor the redevelopment.
I think it's going to bring growth and profits to the community. I think it's going to bring a lot of that.
Sure, it's good. If it's going to be good for white folks, it's good for us.
But many who don't own their homes are worried. As the area develops, rents may go up. The costs of buying a home have already increased.
Oh, I'm a painter, I have a trade, but I don't have enough money to buy no house over here. You know what I'm saying? And the houses in this neighborhood, man, in the last like 5 years, man, they went from like 250,000 to 500,000 in the last like 5 years. You can go up to the top of that hill and you can look at the view, man. You know, it's beautiful. I don't know how much a picture these guys that come out the projects pay, you know, to the view, but I mean, man, it's gorgeous. You think they don't want that? They willing to pay for it. And if you ain't, then you got to go. And it's disgusting.
And some may have to go. The Housing Authority is proposing to demolish and rebuild this project. If they do, occupants will likely be relocated to public housing out of the area.
People that's buying homes in this area are not blacks. They're other nationalities. They're Asian or they're Hispanic. That's what's buying in the area. The blacks are moving out of the area. The blacks are moving to Concord, Antioch, Sacramento, Pittsburgh, Fairfield. They're not buying in the Bayview. Everyone that's buying here are of another descent. So if they continue to buy in other areas and no one comes into the area, guess what? We're going to have zero black population. That's all it's doing.
Although Cheryl Towns says the redevelopment agency will do all it can to create affordable housing, Towns is also a realist.
But the marketplace is taking over San Francisco. Given our employment and educational situation, the market is not the most friendly for African Americans right now in this city. If you need to be afraid of something, you need to be afraid of being poorly educated and underemployed in this economy in this city.
I think that Bayview Hunters Point has the ability to be a wonderful community, but I think unfortunately there's going to be gentrification that happens here, and so probably when it becomes a wonderful community, the people that live here now won't benefit from that.
This resilient community has survived much over the years. It deserves to have a place in San Francisco, but residents will have to be proactive in making sure that they're included in the new Bayview Hunters Point.
It's just like playing a basketball team. If you don't work together, what you get your butt beat, you know? And the same thing with black people. If we don't work together to stand up and take what we have, put it together, now all of the money to be made out here and make it be made by people that don't live here. So it's incumbent on us to wake up.